Hush. Again, volume is the amount of space inside a geometric solid. We are going to start with the volume of a prism. The formula is right there for you. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, the formula for volume is equal to the big B, that's the area of your base, right? And H is your height. Okay, so we need the area of the base. Depending on what shape that base is, you'll have to change your formulas for that. And then we multiply it by the height of the prism. Now, if you noticed on that quiz, I was telling you to use the bottom as the base, especially on the rectangular prism. So this is a rectangular prism. We're going to use our bottom as our base. If it helps you, you can draw that base out to the side. What are the lengths of the sides of this rectangle down there? Okay. And so if I wanted to find the area of that, we would just do
5 times 4.
5 times 4, which gives me an area of 20. Okay. So for the volume, we're going to take that area and we're going to multiply it by what is the height of this prism? 3. Okay. And so the volume of this would be 60. Now, it does have units here, and again, I don't usually make you do units. Does anybody know what the 2 ones mean? Inches. Okay, 1 is feet, 2 is inches. So when you write volume, though, because you will probably see this on the EOC, it is going to be in inches, not squared anymore, but inches cubed. Okay, so your units for volume have to be a cube. That is one thing they could do on the EOC, which I wouldn't put it past me, give you the same numerical answer, but give you one of them in inches squared and the other one in inches cubed. Inches squared would be area, inches cubed is volume. So you need to make sure you pay attention to that. They will give you some silly stuff like that to try to throw you off. Are we ready?
Yes.
Adam, have you written all of this down? All right, let's take a look at this prism. We're finding the volume. No. Did you not hear me when I was explaining it at the beginning? Volume is what fits inside of a shape. Surface area was what covers the shape. So think about surface area as wrapping paper, what covers it. Volume is what you can fit inside of it. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I hadn't worked it out yet.
You just say cheese.
Do we see the base? What shape it is, at least? It is a triangle. Okay, if I'm going to highlight the outsides of it. And then I'm just going to come draw it over here to the side so I can focus strictly on that triangle. This is 2, this is 6, yes? Now this is also where people start getting confused, is because when I talk about finding the area of the base, that's my big B, right?
Right.
But when I find the area of a triangle, there's a base included in that triangle as well, right? Base times height divided by 2. They're different bases. The big B is the area of the base. The little b in the triangle formula is what the base of the triangle is. So to find the big, to find the big B, we're going to have to use the area of a triangle, which is base times height divided by 2. You notice it's a different size B. I even wrote it differently. In that triangle, my base and my height are always the sides that are perpendicular to each other. What are the lengths of the sides that are perpendicular in that triangle? 6 and 2. So we're going to go 2 times 6, and then we're going to divide that by 2. That gives me the area of my base. What is 6 times 2? And 12 divided by 2 is going to give me 6. Okay. So the area of my base is 6. This is technically feet. But again, I'm not going to ask you for the units, but it could give them to you on the EOC. And then again, the formula for volume of a prism is the area of the base times the height. We just found the area of the base to be 6. What is the height of my prism? 7. And so what is 6 times 7? 42. And again, with the units, it would be not feet squared. It would be feet cubed. Volume is cubed, not squared. And again, they will throw you that curve on the EOC. They will give you the same answer. They'll give you 42 feet squared, and then they'll give you 42 feet cubed. If you choose the squared, it's going to be wrong because that's not volume. Is everybody okay with that? Try that. All of the sides are the same, right? Right. And what shape is one face? It's a square. Okay, so even if you want to draw your cube, they're all squares. And if one of them has a length of 6, what do all of them have? A length of 6, right? So if we think about the base of it, it is a square. 6 times 6, so the area of the base is going to be 36. The height is also going to be 6, right? So for volume of a cube with an edge of 6, it's going to be 216. Shortcut for volume of a cube is your side cubed. Whatever the length of one side is, times itself 3 times. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, right? Sure. Hold on. All right, next, cylinder.
Oh, so you already knew. Okay.
Thank you. No, it's not. The volume of a cylinder. What can you tell me about the formula of it? It's the same as a prism, right? It's just when we do the area of the base, that base is a circle. So whenever we have our answer, what should be in our answer? Pi. We can make it more specific to a volume, to a cylinder if we want to, because the area of the base is pi r squared, right? Yep. So we could technically do pi r squared times h, and you don't have to use a capital H for volume or for height. You can use a lowercase, but again, it's still the area of the base times the height of the cylinder. It's specific to a circle. If you remember the formula for area of a circle, just plug that in for your B. Okay, it really doesn't matter which formula you use as long as you know you want to find the area of the base first, and then you multiply it by the height of your cylinder. So in my base, do I have the radius? What is it? 4. So if I do pi times 4 squared, what is that going to be? 16 pi. Okay. And then if I wanted to find the volume, that 16 pi goes in place of pi r squared, right? Or in place of the b. What's the height of this thing? 8. And so when I multiply 128 pi. If you forget the pi and your stuff has a circle in it, you're going to get it wrong. If you put a pi in and your stuff doesn't have a circle in it, you're going to get it wrong. Right? Everybody good? Stop. What is he putting on you?
Little piece of hair.
It was already.
No, I'm saying you're not using my book. How am I making? Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? That is a threat. That's obviously. She just wants to do that.
All right, work on that one. PJ, work on that one. In my base, did they give me my radius or my diameter?
Diameter.
So what is my radius?
5.
So it's going to be pi times 5 squared, which is 25 pi. So that's my big B. So 25 pi goes in for B. What about the H? What is the height? 6. And 25 times 6 is?
1.
No, no.
Everybody good with that? Melvin, are you writing something else and not this stuff? I thought you were still writing. That's what I'm asking. Okay. Oh, same formula.
And this is an oblique, right?
This formula does not change whether it's a right cylinder or an oblique cylinder. It's still the area of the base times the height of the cylinder. It's just your height of an oblique cylinder is in a different position than the right cylinder. That's all. The two is inside.
I was looking at it kind of weird. I don't know why I looked at it that way. Oh, that's so much easier.
Mel, do you have an answer for this?
Yes. Yes. Oh, you want the answer? I got 20.
Am I given my radius or my diameter?
Radius.
Radius, what is my radius? 2. So that's pi times 2 squared, which gives me a base area of 4 pi. What is the height of this thing? It's 5. The height is see how it's perpendicular to the bottom? This part right here would not be the height because in an oblique it's slanted. There's no number down here, so you don't need to do the Pythagorean theorem.
I thought I was smart. I thought I was doing it right. Was that easy?
Yes.
So we got 20 pi? Mm-hmm. Y'all stop. Everybody stop. Stop.
Write all that down.
Are you good, Jerry? All right, try this one. So this is another prism. The volume is area of the base times the height of the prism. What is my base? What shape is my base? Okay, so I'm going to focus on just the triangle first so that I can figure out what its area is. Okay, so for the area of a triangle, it is the triangle's base times the triangle's height divided by 2. What's the base in that triangle? 6. What's the height of the triangle? Okay, so the area is 6 times 3, which is 18, divided by 2, which is 9. So the volume is the area of the base times the height of the prism. We just found the area of the base to be 9. What's the height of the prism? 8. Even though it's on its side, that's the distance between the two bases. So therefore the volume is
72.
not pi because there's no circles.
Well, no, I messed up. It was one. No. Oh no, she scrolled down and then scrolled back up, so I saw the number.
Everybody good? Try that with the base.
Well, yeah, you do.
Yes, I do. Again, the base is a circle, so it's pi times radius squared. Is that 8 my radius or my diameter? My diameter, so my radius would be 4. So that's going to be 16 pi for the base area, yes? Okay. Do I know the height of the cylinder? No, I don't. But do you see this? We've got, this is my height, right? And then I have this and this. What kind of triangle is that making?
Right.
A right triangle. So if I don't recognize this as a triple, I have to do the Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to go x squared plus 8 squared equals 10 squared. Bless you. So I get x squared equals 36. So what is that height going to be?
98.
No.
6.
So the height we just found is 6. Then we can plug everything into our formula. The volume is the area of the base times the height. We said the area of the base was 16 pi times the height we found to be 6. So that's going to be
96.
Does everybody understand that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you go back?
Yep, I was just checking to see if I had something else. Hold on.